Hey there, fellow architects. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Going Medieval Oak Brethren. Episode 16, Planning a Rooftop Temple. Can I explain religion a bit? There's no advantage being one or the other. At all. It's just for this specific series, we're Oak Brethren specifically, but I can't stop people from randomly converting over to the other side. Normally in the game, the way it works is, either you're a restitutionist or an Oak Brethren with varying degrees of alignment. So you can either be a zealot, you can be a devout or practicing or relatively faithless. And you pray for your religious fulfillment. And that's about it, other than some occasional events that you'll trigger. Functionally, the religions aren't really all that different from one another, other than the single ritual that they hold. But that's until I have an Oak Brethren temple, even that difference is, not that great. With that said, because Viking did randomly convert, he doesn't have anywhere to pray. So that's the one downside is, and I don't plan on building him a place to pray. So as a result, he's going to have a completely deprived of religious activities because there's no prayer place for him. But I don't care. I'm not building one. Okay, we do have a hatchet. Frozen. Your melee is 9, so I'm going to have you equip the hatchet and the shield, and then practice some melee. So the next person to train is going to be Frozen. And I'm going to have him train 5 times at the practice dummy. And the idea is to eventually have two full sets of melee armor. Actually, ideally 3, because you can have 3 people defending one tile at a time. But I just don't have 3 people that would be decent defenders at the moment. Plus, it's pretty hard to source the armor. So even if I did have 3, it's going to take a minute before I have armor sets for 3. So, research next will be up to you. Barrels, furniture, ice making, defensive structures, crossbows, research 3, brewing, oil press. And here's Frozen practicing his melee skills. Oh, you have ugly apparel? Flimsy clothing. Oh, right. Okay. My apparel policies for winter? What's the one I made? Nice clothes? I'm gonna have everyone set to nice clothes. That might cause like an immediate weird disruption, but at least we'll avoid the ugly apparel. Yeah, so we have a lot of clothes that we need to make. And then similarly, we have nice hats, and I'm gonna do nice hats for everyone as well. I think at this point, it's reasonable to get rid of our flimsy and sturdy stuff, which is just not nice to wear. What are you doing? You're kind of just standing there naked. Which, I think will end up meaning I have a lot of clothing to make with Zent. Yeah, we have so much flimsy crap to fix. Alright, defensive structures 3. Copy that. So, stone block cutting is done. We want def structures 3, 25 and 10. So let's get that queued up. 25 and... Oops. 10. And then, as a result of getting stone cutting, we do have the stonemason's bench, which is a little tricky because I don't think there's actually functionally anywhere to put it. I could remove one of these doors and I could put it here. That's not ideal. I think I'm going to change where the door is located for the workshop. Put the stone mason bench in there. And we are desperately trying to craft some clothing for people to wear. But Zen's tailoring priority is as high as it can go, so this will get fixed in due time. Ooh, more few. Frozen's melee skill's already 10. I think it was 9 before, but it's moving. And this allows us to make stone bricks. I'm going to do until I have, let's say, 50 of them for now. Is it stone carving that unlocks... Where was the tombstones? Is that one of the furnitures? I forget where that is. I thought I would already have it by now. Does this say? It does not. Good, that's useful. I'm so glad it tells me how to make that. Oh, there we go. Yep. So if I had raw limestone, I could make the limestone sarcophagus for our dead. So I just need to dig up some limestone. I actually didn't need to do the cutting. To that end, let's go ahead and quarry up a little bit of limestone so that I can actually have a tombstone for him, which I think is due. But that might take priority behind the whole, like, we need winter clothing. So take a look at the clothing here. I still need 3 more sets. Because we are heading into winter. It's already autumn, day 4 of autumn, so we're going to have some suffering from cold. The other thing I could do here is, now that it's getting colder out, close windows and then brazier it up so that we conserve heat. Because I think it's time. I mean, it's 43 Fahrenheit out, which is 6 degrees Celsius ish. So it's probably close your window day. So jobs, stewardship, increase for everybody, and in the morning they'll all close windows. Oh, you kidding me, Kadath? Why? The mail armor he made is crummy. Twice in a row. Well, you know, practice makes perfect. And he sure is getting a lot of practice. So his smithing really hasn't actually leveled up all that much because he doesn't have a passion in it. But we're going to have to do more of it. Because sturdy is not great. Pretty terrible armor rating for the materials. Terminal, thank you for the sub. Cheers, dude. Now, Zent is producing. What is he producing? Oh, honey? Why aren't you tailoring? So Zent is going to be tailoring highest priority other than urgent haul. I mean, haven't you noticed you're naked? Come on, let's fix that. And now Kadath is melting down the second armor in a row. Trying, I mean, third time's the charm, right? So trying for mail armor for the third time. Oh no, he's making a backup shield. That's fine. I don't care what he's doing as long as he's smithing something. So long overdue is the grave burial site. I don't really have a good place for a sarcophagus in the base. I think what makes the most sense eventually is to have some sort of underground crypt. But until then, until I actually have a proper crypt, I think what I'm going to do is just toss it in the stockpile. It's pretty inglorious, but like, I don't want to be adding another construction project because we're already pretty backed up with work tasks, I think. Given that we're running around like naked and making flimsy clothing. Come on, guys. You want me to cry? You are working pretty hard on making me cry here. Oh, that's a good shield. I'm like low-key tempted to hunt that bear. Just draft a whole bunch of my, oh, there we go. Fine, have some beeswax. Draft a bunch of my bowmen and just like let her rip. Oh, speaking of which, whole bunch of boar just arrived. Turn the old building into a barn? I mean, it low-key already is. I guess I could keep it open and like let them roam around in there. Come on. Oh god, what did you make that you are... Oh, you're making a hatchet. I thought he was breaking down yet another failed smithing. I was gonna lose it. Well, there's not much of Rayvac left. It should have occurred to me that, digging him up, there ain't much to bury. I guess our next dead we'll treat properly. But Rayvac's body is decomposing bones. We can't really rebury that. Oh well. You guys wanted me to research Defensive Structures 3, so I think we need 2 more books for that. Or 5 more books, rather. Yeah, it feels bad. I should have thought of that beforehand. I haven't run into this issue, so first time for everything. And we do have some people that are a wee bit cold. So now that the windows are indeed closed. Okay, so now that the windows are indeed closed, what I could do is I could fire up the braziers that are in each and everyone's bedrooms. And hit on, intensity low. And hope that low is enough to warm them up decently. So on other floors, Alley K, Tal, what? There should be a bedroom unused. Yeah, Mildew. Off. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 braziers. I just didn't want to have braziers burning fuel if we didn't need to. But alright. They have heated bedrooms now. And we only got 2 sets of nice clothing to replace. So it will happen pretty soon. At this point, our bottleneck for more mail armor is the lack of iron that I have. We failed so many times I ran myself out of iron ingots. So I need to mine up some more iron to continue trying to make armor. So I'll just queue up a whole bunch of iron veins. I'm also very tempted to just hunt this bear because it's been around me for a while. So I'll do it. Let's get it done. What are you idiots doing? Because if this bear decided at any point that I was yummy, it would be able to absolutely gank the hell out of someone without me being able to really do very much, so. You're surprised GM doesn't have a human skeleton stage of decomposition? I think it's because, raiders decompose, and, if there was a human skeleton, you'd have tons and tons and tons of them, and it would be honestly just onerous to differentiate between human and raider skeletons and settler skeletons. So I think you're supposed to. Normally, you have stone cutting pretty early on to make, or rather, limestone sarcophagus I could have made a long time ago, and I just didn't. It's kind of on me, having not queued that up ahead of time. But whatever. Alright, I'm going to say Frozen's melee skill at 12 is okay. So the only training that we really have left to do is Kadath's ranged skill, but I don't really want to do that until he's done with all of the projects that I have queued up. Because I at least want 1 male set of armor before I send Kadath to archery school. There we go. Now we have a barn. As they're wandering around. Pooping on the inside. I mean, I guess there's an advantage to this, however. It's that the dung never decays when it's in the barn, whereas it decays outside in 8 days. So one of the benefits of allowing them to poop inside is, I guess we can make dung bricks. Flourishing alcohol grows more influential in the region with each day that passes. That's not great. We're at 20%. Well, it's not very high. I don't want to be influential. So we only have Talonist left wearing the Emperor's new clothes, so it's only a matter of time until he actually gets some decent clothing. Zent's working on it. And we are just waiting on mail armor. So after I get mail armor, what to do next? Make sure to set up a second set of armor or take on a building project. I know I really haven't built much this stream other than the full wall of Merlins. So if you want me to take on a building project, honestly, for the first time, feel free to vote that way. If you want a second set of mail armor, you can vote that way too. If we don't end up with a second set of mail armor, what I'm going to do is at least temporarily treat Ally K as a ranged unit, getting her marksman up to 10 and getting her a longbow. Because there's no sense in having her have passion and not train. And it seems, just the writing on the wall, that that's how it's going to go. So she is going to train in the way of the marksman in the morning so that she can also use longbows. Okay, so you want to take on a building project. I'll cue about that in just a second. What to research next? So we did just get Defensive Structures 3. So Defensive Structures 3 allows us to make tall gates and ornate gates. If you want, like, giant barrier walls. It will take a while for us to incorporate something of that magnitude into our defenses. It does lead us to Siege Engines and Def Structures 4. Def Structures 4, of course, is Portcullis. The caveat here, of course, is I can't research that until I get Research 3. So as far as the next projects go, I can do barrels, ice making, furniture 2. I'm not going to involve stone carving and wood carving just yet, or wooden weaponry. Crossbows, brewing, oil press. Those are it, I think. Or Research 3. So, here's the projects. And then after we vote for a research project, I'll have you guys vote for a building project. And everybody has nice hats and nice clothing now. So we don't have anyone with a mood modifier that they're wearing like tattered crap, which is awesome. Kadath is working on the mail armor. Fingers crossed it's decent to wear, and that will get frozen a full set if and when we get attacked. And then Kadath needs to make a longbow for himself, a longbow for Ali K, and we're in a pretty good position. Oh, it's a bit of a tie, almost, for the next research project between Ice Making Research 3 and Furniture 2. And if you're wondering, Furniture 2 does give us Armor Rack, which is kind of nice when you have a set of armor and better beds. As well as chests, but chests are not that necessary given that we have a stock room. Chests would be protecting you from the elements if you have, like, stuff stored outside. Which we really don't have. How's our fuels? I haven't checked in a while. I am definitely going to need to cut down some trees. We're not, like, critically low on wood, but it is going to be something we want to stockpile before too long. God, the sun glare. Oh my god, my eyes. My poor eyeballs. Stop it, you're too damn bright, game. Alright, furniture 3 pulled out ahead a little bit. Alright. So in that case, I need 30-20. Let's queue up 30-20. So we've got 30 here and 20 there. And we'll have armor stands and beds soon. Would thieves steal chests or just to take the stuff inside? I don't know. I've never let thieves steal, so that would be new for me too. Did Kadath do it? Yes! Yes! We have a set of armor now. So excited that I don't have to smelt down a third set. LK is up to 8. And then once LK hits 8, everyone except for Kadath will be at least a level 10 marksman. Allowing us to wield a whole bunch of longbows. Good lord, do we have a lot of food. 1,800. Whoa, nice. That's a pretty nice bow. So, if I'm not mistaken, all of the smithing and bow making is done for now. Meaning, Kadath... Meaning, we need a building project. So, what do we want to build next? Do you want an infirmary, defenses, temple, barn, prison cells, or other? Other being something that you guys suggest. Give you one more minute to vote on this. And seeing that temple is winning, I can talk about the requirements of a temple. Oak Brethren temples need to have a shrine, a ritual circle, and that's it. So in terms of a ritual circle, it needs a gold ingot, and the ritual circle itself is not like a small thing to build, but obviously there's room up here. My greater purpose is, or my greater meaning here is that I don't need this entire floor dedicated to the Oak Brethren Temple. That's unnecessary. The Oak Brethren Temple doesn't need to cover an entire floor. So the Oak Brethren Temple can, this floor can share with something else. It's probably not wise for it to share with a infirmary though, because your infirmary, ideally, you want it close to where the combat's going to happen, where you get hurt. So an infirmary might make sense to build, you know, close to the ground floor. But you guys want a temple. Got it. I think what I'm going to do in this case, because of the structures that I've yet to build, barns don't make sense to have on your roof, right? Temples do, potentially, because you don't have to go there very often. The thought I had here is to build a temple as close to the middle section as possible so that the edges can be used for defenses. How high can I make it? We're 12 of 16. You can see that on the top left if you have high resolution. So, question. Should I design the temple to be close to the well area? Yes or no? So the idea that I had is that this is roughly how high we're going to go. We can go down, but I wouldn't go up much higher. The only reason to go any higher would be if we wanted to line our roof with soils so we could farm within our walls, or to put our animals on the top floor or something, because there's nothing stopping me from putting soil up here and like farming on our roof if we wanted to. But the idea that I had is that, you know, we put the ritual circle somewhere like here and leaving the edges for ballistae or other defensive structures. Something something like that. And it looks like you guys are in agreement. So, with that in mind, current priority right now is going to be build a temple. And I'm going to need at least one gold ingot to do it. So, I think there was gold nearby. Thought I saw there's silver. There's gold. I'll probably only mine one of these. We'll get the gold ingot required. So if this is going to be the top floor, or potentially close to the top floor, we can always go higher if we really, really want. I'm going to put a well in this spot. So we need a wooden floor here. Oh, floor here. I'm going to relocate my cartography table to the stockroom down below. Just so it's out of the way. And then once we have that golden ingot, we'll be able to queue that up. Now the other thing is, ultimately, you do get access to an even nicer large Oak Brethren shrine. So, if you want me to build a temple, the question is, should I prioritize the research needed for the best shrine? Because we can settle for the smaller one. This one? The normal one? Maybe even make it higher quality. But if you want the really nice one, I could rush the research required for it. That's potentially appropriate. So I'll have you guys decide that. Okay, you vote. It seems like you voted yes. You wanted ice making, but now that I have ice making, the next thing we need to get is, in order to get the religious structures, I ought to work towards Research 3, which is 30-30. So we'll push towards 30-30 to get Research 3, and then we'll work towards the best shrine. So icebox holds water as it freezes, generates ice for the settlement. On the ground floor, I'll just put 2 ice boxes there next to the pond. I think that makes the most sense. I don't yet have my gold ingots, but I think Kadeth just queued it up. So I'll have the ingot coming out here in a minute. And then I think for condensing space, I'm going to put the ritual circle there. And then I'm not going to worry about placing any of the other structures on the roof just yet until I have the mega shrine. Because I want to design it with the shrine in mind. So it's going to be a work in progress requiring a lot of research first. Most likely, if we're doing defenses on the top floor here, I'll be replacing at least some of this wood with brick. Because if I don't have a structure above it, the reason why I didn't want to replace the floors below it is removing these floors and then replacing it with brick is a stability nightmare. But if this is the top floor, it's not really a stability nightmare because nothing is above it yet. So it doesn't matter if it loses stability because the stability only applies upwards. Extortion. A figure from the progeny of the plague appears just outside Oak Hall. He seeks an audience to strike a deal. So they are trying to negotiate with me. Before we vote on this, it'd be great to see how much money they're asking before we even consider, because if it's way more than we can afford, obviously we have our answer ahead of time. Would it make sense to keep the shrine under the roof? We'll need it. We can't have it in bare sky. So for a room to be a room, it needs to be enclosed. So the Oak Brethren Temple is only going to be a temple if it's enclosed. So if we say no, we get attacked by 4 marauders, 3 fierce marauders, 3 archers. And then if we decide to make them an offer, they want 723, which is we could probably pony up for, but it's going to be a decent percentage of our total worth. What I can say ahead of time. So, do we negotiate? Yes or no? And again, a little reminder, the more you negotiate, the less your regional influence, and the smaller the raids. The more you fight, the greater your regional influence, and the greater the raids. There's our gold ingots. Let's remove the queue and get this bad boy built. Allie K. Your marksman is 9, so she's almost ready for a better bow. She's very close. So queue up 2 more trainings, that should be enough. So, once the room is a formal Oak Brethren temple, we can hold events. I believe it also requires a druid ahead of time, but, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. It would also be wise if we didn't have our gold ingots just sitting out here, so let's haul those in. What wooden item is Kadath making? Oh, targets, yeah, okay. Thank you for tuning in to Going Medieval Oak Brethren, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow brethren.